Hi,
right.
baby.
One time for the one time.
Turn your chipmunks down, bro.
Family bloodline. And here we go. Welcome back.
Hey.
Yes, we back. Rounds of applause always for the Family Bloodline podcast every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is actually going to be changing from my point of view because I'm going to be saying 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time pretty soon here, and yeah, and
Man, you
not
still got 2 months, man.
never.
Man, I ain't
No,
letting you
it's
go,
not
man.
that long. It's not
I
that
ain't letting
long.
you go, man.
I'm gonna see y'all in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm out of this joint.
Gotcha,
I,
How
gotcha.
is that go? How's that whole situation going? Like you're moving, like getting ready to move again.
it's it's kind of I the best way for me to sum it up is that it's somewhat annoying, but it's needed, right? Because it's annoying in the fact that it's moving, and moving is never a fun experience.
I hate moving. You're absolutely right,
Yeah,
but
and I'm not the one
but
moving anything, but it's still
I,
annoying
I was
in
gonna
and of
ask you
itself.
that.
Yeah, no,
all
I
right.
don't.
So you're not packing up any of your stuff.
I'm pointing fingers and directing traffic. That's it. And as soon as the
I mean,
movers walk out, the cleaning people coming in, and then I'm
I
going over to Manny crib.
yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
I think I would at least have to box up my own stuff and then let everybody else do everything else. You know what I mean?
I get it, but everybody's stuff is in their room,
Hey,
Yeah.
so
babe. Thanks for
eh,
watching.
yeah, for sure. So I'm not. I don't have to box anything up. The boxes that they give me, they got the little metal strips on the top of them, and they
Hmm.
so they hang the clothes from out the closet on those. So as soon as I get to my new place, I just pull them out the box and hang them right back up. Uh,
Yeah.
Anything in
Yeah.
my drawer, they toss it in the box, fold it up, toss it in the box, and they mark my room on it. They mark stuff in Gabby room on hers, and Sari and Lonnie, so on and so forth. So it's real easy, real
Hmm.
That's what
easy.
Shania was telling me, cause she finna move back. She be back in the middle of July, middle of this month. So she was like, they had packed up all their stuff, and then the people came and was like, yeah, they had to unpack it. They unpacked all
Yeah,
their stuff and repackaged it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The way
mhm,
they were gonna do it to move them. You know?
yeah.
Oh,
Because
well, all
it's on
right
the contract.
then.
It's on the contract. So absolutely, pack me up,
Yeah.
damn it.
Right. Right.
This is one of the things that I am gonna miss when I'm gone, unless I'm
Mhm.
paying for it and it's big bucks. But I'm gonna miss being like, nah, go ahead and just leave that there because I'm gonna toss it. Oh yeah, put that in a box. Or yeah, put that in the box. This is gonna go here. This is gonna go there. So on and so forth. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm moving towards, and I'm letting my kids have the rest of their summer. I just did a Donald Trump with the hand
With your
gesture.
hands.
Yeah, but I'm letting my kids have the rest of their summer hanging out with their friends. As soon as I'm finished on here tonight, I'm going down the street to one of my buddy's cribs because today is his birthday. That's why I'm making the ribs that's outside, killing the sky. If you ever want to have a grill off, if you
Happy birthday, friend.
right, for sure. Right. Happy birthday, Pat. If you ever want to get on that grill and you want to do something, let's go. I'm all for it all day, every day. I don't care what type of grill you trying to pull out. I rock on anything. So propeller grill. I don't want to cheat. I'm just, but
Yeah.
yes. So I'm really like limiting him to charcoal and wood. That's what I'm really talking about. That's what I'm aiming for.
They got
So
funny taste, cuz
I don't think I'm feeling this one.
I'm gonna
what
say you
is
was giving it that look like I can see how the community like this and you throw it away.
what is it?
No, it's liquor, so I ain't gonna throw it away. I'm gonna drink it. But this is my least favorite one. Interesting.
Which one? What's that called?
This is called Cutwater. I love their brand, by the way. Like this is the only one I had that I have not liked. Like it's not horrible, but it's not as good as the other one. But this one is called Tiki Rum Punch.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's on your
feeling
face.
this one.
Yeah.
Not really
Yeah,
feeling this
yeah,
one, but that's all right. I'm gonna drink it anyway.
there you go. You got to finish what you started,
So
unless it's
absolutely, I'm
over.
not a quitter. I am not a quitter.
We don't do
So
ever
yeah.
come. So
Oh God,
here we are again,
that just made my stomach
family.
hurt.
How
Thinking
has
about
y'all's
that.
how's y'all's week been?
I mean, the week been cool. I can't really complain. Got some little house stuff going on. Got to get that taken care of. But other, I know, right? Like this, like home ownership, effing sucks. I wish
Don't
I
say
was still renting.
don't
Like
say that.
seriously, like
Oh,
oh, it sucks. It sucks balls, and I tell you that it sucks. Like
God.
it's like if I was in an apartment, I'm like, hey, this broke. They come and fix it. This is the
Different
only
ball.
thing other than taxes that I hate about home ownership. Like other than that, home ownership is the shit.
Okay.
But having to get stuff fixed yourself is not so great.
Uh, well, I'm angling towards getting a house at my next area. So, yikes.
Think about it long and hard.
I have,
That's all I'm gonna say.
I have, but I come. We'll circle back around to that in a little bit.
Yeah, yep. But other than that, no, the week been cool. Not really over yet because I'm still working. Last day of work tomorrow. um, but yeah, it's been cool. No complaints this week.
Okay. What about you, Dirt?
Been a solid week, man. Just trying to avoid, well, can't avoid the heat, but trying to just cope with it the best I can. You know what I'm saying? So that's
What's been
been,
the weather out there?
oh
All
man,
right,
uh, upper
it's
80s,
hot.
90s. You know what I'm saying? But you know it's so humid. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting supposed to have rain like 3 days this week. We ain't got
It
it
ain't
yet.
did
You
it.
know what I'm
It ain't
saying?
came.
It just get
It
hot
ain't
as hell,
rain.
and then it
Great.
just, yeah.
Nope,
Wow.
we ain't got none of that rain. They said it was supposed to rain by 8 o'clock. It is now 9 o'clock here. Well, there is no rain in sight. I mean, it cooled off a little bit, but there is no rain in sight.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
pretty solid week outside of that, just dealing with the heat. Everything else is still the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Wanda got house duties, house chores I gotta take care of. Kids home on some break. They you know what I'm saying, they getting bored now, you know what I'm saying? They ain't going out enough, things of those nature,
Because the parents
typical
still
stuff.
gotta work. Summer out for they
Yeah,
don't get that summer is out for them. Mommy and daddy still gotta work. Like
yeah,
we still gotta keep a roof over these heads and clothes on them back and these refrigerators full for the summertime because obviously these summertime stomachs don't match them school time stomachs.
Yo,
And
go ahead.
yeah, so it
I'm
ain't just
good.
me. It ain't just
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Okay, so like I just went grocery shopping like last weekend, and I bought fruit. I bought some cherries. I got some peaches, some plums. Bought a watermelon because I said I'm gonna give watermelon a try again. Cause y'all know how I feel about watermelon. I don't really mess with the melon. I don't do the nigga apple. But
Huh?
so what?
I don't do watermelon either, but I don't think I ever heard nobody refer to it like that though. You know what I'm saying? So that was a new-
Wow, you just hit
I
me
got
where it
So
hurt.
I got you.
so yeah. I guess they waiting on me to cut the nigga apple. I ain't cut it yet. Them looks still sitting on the table. And I keep telling them, I'm like, hey, y'all can cut this any moment. Yeah, whenever
Right.
y'all feel like it. We got all this newspaper down here. Just clear the table off, cut the watermelon up. Now nobody's cut it up yet, but I see my cherries dwindling, my plums dwindling, my peaches
Yeah, they're gonna
dwindling.
eat all the good stuff up and gonna
Right.
lay that the apple for you, cause oh you better
But
Right.
ain't nobody touched the nigga apple, and I'm
you better
like,
slice
come
that thing
on.
up.
Got to.
I'm like, come on now. Come on. But because I'm trying to eat, like, because they say watermelon is good for like weight loss and stuff like that. So y'all know I'm
Yes.
still on my little weight loss journey. I have been working out now. I started back working out. So me and the hub's been doing our core and we been getting our walks in and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
Um, yeah. I still got a neck, so we still good. Um,
My goodness.
yeah. Yeah, y'all know on those Calvins, the neck is the first thing to go when you gain that weight, baby. Like we be like this. Neck be the first thing to go when we gain weight in the Calvin family.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just like I don't understand why these stomachs like I be like, and then they be saying they don't be eating the stuff. So I'm like, we got a ghost
Oh
that's eating
my
all the food.
God. Oh my God.
Like we got a
And the
ghost, we got a hungry
disappearing.
ghost, we got a hungry ghost, right?
Just wait a
True
minute.
story. We told the kid, we told the twins to clean their room. Now, mind you, we were like, no eating in your room, no food should be upstairs.
Please.
Hubs, Hubs go and check and clean them cleaning up the room. Lunchable papers all under the bed, water bottles all under. We like, bruh, it ain't even supposed to be no food up here.
Of
Yes.
course.
Got up here, you don't eat up here.
So somebody coming in your room.
And leaving.
Look.
I be like, don't nobody live here but us, bro. Ain't nobody been over here. Like, I'm like, okay. Like, what do you say to that? What
Cool.
do you say to that? Dirt, you got twins. When your kids be like, I ain't put that there, you know ain't nobody in the house but you, your wife, and the kids.
Well,
I
they
create
they'll,
everybody.
they'll tell on each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was fire. Oh, that was tight. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell whoever did it gonna sit there and look crazy, and then the other one gonna be like, "It was dude." You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell on each other.
See, now that's the one twin because she be like this. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
look at it, like she like this.
yeah.
you dry snitched.
All right, I ain't right. I ain't gonna give you up, but if you don't confess, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna
These,
snitch. I'm gonna straight out
Bruh.
tell.
these consequences are not about to be a group activity.
Oh, so now the consequences are group activity because they don't be wanting to say nothing. Like, oh, okay.
Right. Look, I
So
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
so they was arguing today because they got in trouble. So they was in their room. So they blaming each other. I'm like, no, it ain't nobody's fault. It's a collective fault.
Mm.
So they steady upstairs fighting, arguing. So I'm in the middle of my workout or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm tired of hearing it. Get down here. I'm like, we finna go back to the old school. I'm like, get on them walls and do wall sits.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So we steady doing our workout or whatever, and they like the one twin, the tough one, over there laughing. This ain't nothing. Da da da.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna make you do something I know you don't want to do. Get over there and hug your sister. And y'all stand on one foot and hold each other up.
Right.
Y'all figure it out.
Mm.
Don't fall over. I like y'all.
Mm.
One of them foot touch the floor. Y'all gonna start all the way over. We ain't gonna do this.
Look,
Mama, of course y'all touching, y'all hugging.
my God. I
This parent, hey, if y'all don't got kids already, this parenting stuff is not for the weak. Think
oh, not
about
at
it.
all.
Type.
Not at
Think about
all.
it. Think about it thoroughly, people,
Like
because
I totally understand why there is a decline
they
and
ain't cheap and they work on your nerves. I'm trying to tell you.
from from the time you lay down to the time you wake back up, they are there. And I had you because you can just throughout this week, everything you were saying, y'all look cousins are a trip, a flat out trip. Like Bubby, he's got an issue with the Nintendo Switch. He has to have it at night. And so I'm breaking him of that habit. I'm like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
big guy, you can't have this in a room at night. Just nah,
Mm-hmm.
sleep. I can't sleep. I was like, well, that's not true because the other night when you weren't able to use it, you went to sleep. So you can go to sleep. You don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes in my room, he steals it, and I catch him with it. I was like, hey, okay, it's 2:30 in the morning, not a problem. Go ahead and get up. You stand and you go in timeout. Go in timeout at 3 something in the morning. So I had him there for about a good 10, 15 minutes, and I passed out and I woke back up and he went to his room. Oh no, let's get back up and try this again. I said, you know what, big guy? You know what? Go ahead and go to sleep. We're gonna deal with this in a few hours. So he wakes up, gives me because we are a hugging group. I love hugging my.
Mm-hmm.
So we get up and give each other hugs, and I was like, "Hey, big
See, I'm
guy,
not a hugger.
Oh, I love hugging
I'm
my
not
kids.
a hugger.
I
Like if
have
they like randomly lay on me, like when we watching TV or something, I don't do anything. Like I'm like, all right, but I'm not just like let's hug it out. I'm not.
every every second I can, I get them hugs. But so I was like, hey man, so you got consequences today since you took the Nintendo Switch and you weren't supposed to, and I want you to
Oh
remember.
snap!
So this is what we did. He spent some time facing the wall, trying to figure out, having a conversation with the wall, trying to figure out why he continued to make these bad decisions and choices. Right. And I told him to talk to the wall to have a conversation, and I needed to hear him. Yeah, because that's who I am. And those are the kind if you're gonna do these
Let's let's
things,
let's hear those thoughts.
we're gonna figure this out. And so once he got tired of doing that, he turned around and was like, well, I think I figured it out. And I was like, okay, but I don't think you're gonna remember. So this is what you're gonna do. You're just gonna stand up straight and hold your arms out. And then you just hold that Nintendo Switch in your hand with your arms fully extended, fully extended. So you can feel the weight of these consequences. And you
Oh,
can see what your wrong choices and decisions have gotten you into. And so he's standing there, his body gets to shaking. Okay, I got pity on you. Let's take the Nintendo Switch, but now you got to turn back over towards this wall and have a conversation again. And so we did that for almost half a day. And you know what I haven't had? I haven't had a problem with him taking the Nintendo Switch again. We got 3 of them in the house. That was the last night it happened.
oh, little
I
buddy.
went I went to
So
put
that just
dishes.
goes to show you ain't always gotta beat your kids.
You do
Sometimes
not
you
have
just
to beat
gotta.
your kids, people. You don't have to do it.
You don't
Please,
have
just
to, but sometimes they do. Be, sometimes I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm
They
just
they be they be needing that rod, but not all the time. But
so I'm doing the dishes and I'm putting stuff up and I'm noticing that my bowls are missing. And I was like, what
man,
the hell? And I was
oh
like, hey,
yeah,
everybody, come here. Where are all my bowls? I had a full complement of bowls, right? And
I
I'm a
think I'm down to like 8 bowls.
yeah.
I had
And I
hella
can't
bowls.
find none of my big bowls to put food in. I'm like, where the bowls at? I don't know. I didn't take them. I didn't do them. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I was like, okay, we got a problem. Everybody stop what you're doing. We got to go look through the house to figure out who else is living here with us. That's what we finna. And once y'all figure out who else is living here, stealing these bowls and taking them somewhere else, y'all come let me know. 2 hours later, they were still looking for I don't know, and it wasn't me. Because I got tired of it. I'm sick of paying rent for somebody that I don't see on a daily. I'm not finna keep doing this. I don't like it. And
Oh my god!
the following day, you know what happened? All of my damn bowls ended up back in the kitchen. One of them. Every single one of them. Didn't have that issue.
Hey, well there you go.
Went to the
That's
store.
funny.
I paid $250 just to get a couple of things from the grocery store, from the commissary, so it's tax free, which means it's
Hmm.
quite a bit, right? 2 days later, I got to go to the store again and spend another 350 some odd dollars because the food, and I'm hungry at this point because the food is gone. The food is gone. And I'm not talking about
But
like
and nobody ate it though.
it wasn't
Nobody ate
even
it.
wasn't anybody. I don't know. I didn't have
Nobody ate it. Nobody ate that
yeah.
food. I'm trying to, man, whoever this nobody is, need to start putting in on these groceries.
I'm
Is
telling
all
you
I'm
what,
saying.
nobody
Whoever
fucking
nobody is needs to start putting in on them groceries.
fuck
Is all I'm
nobody.
saying.
Yeah, that motherfucker getting on my goddamn nerves. So
Okay.
I'm just throwing
Yeah.
that shit out there.
Nobody out here tripping, eating up all the groceries.
Killing it. Killing the groceries. I do not
Ate
appreciate
all the Lunchables.
it.
Ate all the pizza rolls. All the chicken nuggets. Nobody ate all the Uncrustables. Nobody did it.
Yeah.
But yet, he leaves his trash in the twins' room. Whoever this nobody is.
Hey, it might be like that.
I'm
That
hey, but hey.
Murder Tale setting the kids up.
Bye. Oh no. See, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Murder Tell. He ain't for them quick meals. He wants somebody to cook for that ass. He
mm,
want he ain't trying to do, he's not the hot pocket chicken nugget guy. So
that's
I
what
know
he
it
do.
ain't him.
I feel it.
So
Look, I couldn't believe how much they smash food. I mean,
I'm just saying, nobody, no, but it's
I
nobody.
tell you this, it's always nobody. And I just started cooking a lot of potatoes, a lot of pastas, heavy starches, oatmeal in the morning.
Stuff
You
that'll
know what I
stick
mean?
with you, huh?
Yeah, some shit that'll stick with you. And I make big meals. And I'm looking at them eat like, God damn. I'm
Never enough.
Jesus Christ.
They in
They
there
will
arguing right now.
it's like it's like a video game. It's a swarm.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
mm,
made I
mm.
made like I made full skillet sized pancakes, thick too, on purpose. And I was like, well, maybe, just maybe, they'll be okay with this. Them
You
so
over there feeding earth movers.
right. They were like,
Like,
you, you, you ain't got you ain't got no more pancakes. And it was potatoes. It was smothered potatoes with pancakes and eggs. Hey,
mm-hmm,
ain't no more pancakes. And the potatoes had been wiped out. And I hadn't eaten yet. I just wanted to observe this shit. Was
mm,
gone.
trying to tell you.
Like, well, okay then.
But we
That's
got
what.
a heck of a show for y'all tonight, guys.
Yes.
Who
Let me give this.
for
There you go.
all four viewers?
Right. We with it.
Where's everybody at? I
I'm not
sure
sure,
need
but I
to.
got I got a good showing on TikTok, and I'm sure they ready for it. So on TikTok, if you want to hop in the box while we talking, go ahead and head over to YouTube and look up the Family Bloodline podcast. We there. That way you can get online. We will share the link in the comments, and you can hop on and come and talk and rap with us. So come on over there. We'll be waiting for you. So yeah, before we get into the show, for everybody that listens to the podcast globally, let's introduce ourselves since they can't see us sometimes.
Sometimes. It's your girl Wanda.
It's your boy Dirt.
And of course, it's Jay Glass, the movement. Welcome back to another episode of the Family Bloodline podcast. And here we go.
Yes. So what we talking about tonight, y'all?
All right. So tonight's topics, we kind of picking back up from where we were last week.
Uh-huh.
Uh some that two things. Like the second topic is a bit of a layover from last week. But the initial topic, wedding, having a wedding ceremony or going to a courthouse, was something
Mm-hmm.
that I was thinking about not too long ago. And then the
Mm-hmm.
topic after that is, where does your love life go after marriage or a long term relationship? Because that's the carryover from last week dealing with MC when we
Mm-hmm.
was talking to MC and trying
Right,
to
right.
get to the bottom of that whole situation. So starting at numero uno, wedding
Mm-hmm.
or a courthouse, what are y'all's opinions and what did you do?
Uh Honestly, I don't think it matters either way which one you do. I had a small wedding. I would have been fine with going to the courthouse too. Um, but I am not like one of those people who just has to have like the big whole shebang because I don't feel like that's for the actual couple. I feel like that's for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I honestly don't think it matters. I don't.
Uh, I didn't had weddings. Like wanted to say, I don't think it matters either way. My wife actually wanted to do a courthouse wedding, but I thought all women want to have that big day. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying? So, I mean, my thought when you propose to a woman, you know what I'm saying? That's what you think they want to have is that big day. Like
Mm-hmm.
women. If you ask them when they was kids, they want to have a house, they want to get married, they want to have two kids or something. You know what I'm saying? But it was always
Mm-hmm.
a
It's
marriage, and
2.5 kids and a dog.
you know what I'm saying? So that was always my knowledge on my perspective on marriage. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, you pretty much have that day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that was my thoughts on it.
Okay. Well, being a female, I did like when I was younger. I did want like the big old. wedding like in the big, either the big fancy church or a big outside park wedding with the fancy decorations and stuff like that. I had my wedding dress picked out and all kind of stuff. Like
What do
the
you
type of
mean you
wedding
had
dress.
your wedding dress picked out? How did that
Like
happen?
I
This
had
is
the
what
type
it
of
was
wedding
day.
dress
That's what I'm
like
saying.
in my head. I literally drew out what I wanted my wedding dress to look like when I was growing up, and how I envisioned everything to look. Now, by the time that I got married, I was, I guess, I don't want to say over the fairy tale because that's not what it was, because I was getting married, I was happy, whatever. Um, but I kind of knew like
What marriage
what am I?
was, how, what it was pretty
Yeah,
much.
like what am I paying for all this stuff for?
Yeah.
Like, what is it really for? I'm like, as long as he show up, as long as I show up, and the person to officiate shows up, that's all that really matters to me.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't like drama, and I know like with weddings, a lot of drama happens. Like people want things their way because they envision something for you that you didn't envision for yourself, and
Correct.
it's
Correct.
like it's all kind of stuff.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Time out.
Hmm.
Let me pause you out for a second because I never took that shit in consideration.
Oh yeah. It's a
Yeah,
major
Other
thing.
people,
yeah.
everybody else's vision. So how did? So I never had an actual ceremony whenever I did get
Hmm.
married. I went to the courthouse, but so how
Uh-huh.
did everybody else's vision play a part in y'all's weddings? How did?
It did outside the people that you enlisted to pretty much take that part on. Everybody, it was just an opinion from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But like Wanda said, a lot of people was getting upset because it was, and then it was a lot of a married couple. You know what I'm saying? Like we did this, that, and that. Like okay, that was y'all. You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
yeah,
This is us.
everybody
Like
has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion on what you should
right,
do. And
correct.
but like as for me, like I didn't have that issue because I was very, very, vocal about what I wanted. But I did know that if I did a courthouse wedding, that my dad wouldn't be able to walk me down the aisle. And I know that's something that he wanted to do. So I was like, well, I'll do a small ceremony and it'll be super intimate, and he'll still be able to walk me down the aisle, so he'll have that. Now, I kind of felt like, and I didn't want a reception at the time because I wanted something for later, because I know that's something because the date that I wanted was when I wanted it, and it was really kind of rushed, but I really didn't care about anything because I wanted the date that I wanted,
Okay.
and I was like, well, I can make what I want happen within this time frame. My husband was cool with it. We both, let everybody know what was gonna happen. We like, hey, it's gonna be me and him. It ain't no bridesmaids, ain't no groomsmen, but we do, we want our support system there, and that's what we did. But and like I said, I did want my dad to walk me down the aisle because I knew that's something that he wanted to do. And I went and picked out a wedding dress with my mom because I know that's something that she wanted to do. Like, but I was like, so with the what I had envisioned for my wedding dress, it was two things. Now, I like ultimately I didn't want an actual dress. I wanted like a white pantsuit, a white fancy pantsuit. But when I
What?
got in, I
No,
did,
cause
I
no, cause
did, I did. I wanted a white pantsuit. But when I got there, I also the other thing I wanted like a goddess type dress. I didn't like when I was younger. I would say, oh, I want the big poofy princess dress and things like that. And I'm like, then by the time I got ready to get married, I'm like, that's not what I want. I don't want that. And so with the dress that I picked out was exactly what I wanted. My
Okay.
mom cried. It was amazing. And yeah, it was just it was what it was.
So Chris,
But I
your,
don't
your sister,
I'm hmm
Chris had a wedding ceremony too, right?
she did. Hers was bigger than mine. she did the whole thing. She had party buses and receptions.
Jesus jumped up.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was a good time. Hey, we had a ball though. But again, I feel like that was for everybody else. And I think they would have been just fine with just them too. But they did what they wanted to do. And they did it exactly how they wanted to do it. So
Right, right.
Okay. Well,
But I'm trying to figure out what are you asking about courthouse or weddings? Like, is it necessary to have a wedding,
oh
or is it
yeah,
okay to just go to the courthouse?
because the question becomes like, what is the actual relevance at this point in life? And
Mm-hmm.
like and that and I'm not saying from this point in life from a 40-year-old male standpoint. What I mean is, first off, what got us here? To where weddings are St. Louis stand up always. Weddings are such a huge event. Like these things have become. It's not unheard of for a wedding to be $150,000, $200,000,
Man.
right? Ridiculously extravagant. It's not unheard of. And not mind you, the people who are throwing these huge weddings often put themselves in a ridiculous amount of debt. So how did we
Yep.
get here? Has love become so propagandized and so commercialized that the only way to prove that you love somebody, that a man can prove he loves a woman, is digging themselves in debt and having this extravagant wedding that they really can't afford because of some fictitious idea that it's a one-day event, but
Mm-hmm.
the debt's gonna last for the next 10 years. So
At
what's the
least the
real?
next 10 years.
I
Yeah.
think
What?
it's like everything else that we've been hit with. The media present, the social media present, everybody trying to one up each other. Look at the gender reveal parties nowadays. We used to just have baby
Right?
showers. Now it's gender reveals and people
You
are
gotta
doing all.
have both. You gotta do the gender reveal and a baby shower.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Ooh.
Unnecessary stuff, and that's all it is. People just trying to one up each other. I think nowadays.
Then they wearing wet and they got on whole wedding dresses at these gender reveals and baby showers. Like they wearing like wedding prom type dresses to this
Right,
stuff, and like they spending this like insane amount of money to bust a balloon with powder, pink or blue powder in it.
right.
Like, what are we doing?
That's where I'm going with this, right? So if and this is a huge if, and if I ever if
We not gonna give you too
it's
many more
it's
ifs, sir.
it's so
We
hard
not
for me
gonna
to
do that.
continue this sentence. It's
We are
ridiculous.
not. We are not gonna give you too many more ifs. You get one more if, and then
Okay,
I'm gonna be offended.
I'm
You get
back.
one more damn if, okay? You get
Shit.
one more damn
Okay.
if.
All right.
Yeah, look at me. I'm on my second marriage. I don't think marriage is the problem. It's still like the individual. You know what I'm saying? It's still you got that problem with that one person or whatever. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not every woman. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the same way with the wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the individuals. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all decide is because it's y'all. Like y'all said,
Yeah.
everybody else gonna leave that evening, but y'all still gotta ride it out for however long. So
Exactly.
so
Exactly. So if me and my woman decide to get married and have a wedding, we were talking about this.
That was your last
Um,
if, by the way. I caught it. But
I
go
know,
ahead.
I got you, cause I'm there with you, and we have this ceremony. What I told her is, I don't want everybody. It's not meant for everybody. My relationship with her, our relationship ain't meant for everybody, and we don't share it
Mm-hmm.
with everybody on purpose. So the people that we expose our relationship to and with, and we share, we invite people in on that, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
come over to the crib, you know what I'm saying, and y'all see how we interact, and it's a family, it's an intimate thing. We don't invite
Mm-hmm.
everybody in on that. That's exactly the same way I'm looking at actually having a ceremony. I know a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people, and I love a lot of great people, but not everybody is invited that intimately into my relationships or even into me. And if I'm not willing to expose myself to everybody in that fashion, I'm not gonna give her. I'm not finna push her out there in front of me either. Right. So the people that I would have at a ceremony are it's a very small, intimate group, and it would be a very small, intimate ceremony. And it's again, it's not to slight or say that I'm not close to a lot of people because I am, but everybody ain't getting all of us the same way that we give the same way that people get us.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Not everybody is supposed to have that type of interaction. You know. So,
Yeah, so y'all been communicated on that. So that's a
hey,
valid point right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
girl. Hey, I miss you.
what it do? Yeah. So it's still like I think
oh,
that communication in any relationship, at any stage of any relationship, you got to communicate. So if you saying that you don't want to have that or you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, it's still gonna be like you say, it's still gonna be a small group of people that you invite, like your parents,
Yeah.
your siblings or something. So it's always gonna be like it's always gonna be people there.
So the
I
crazy thing is, like, I don't think my husband cared one way or another how we did it. He just wanted it done and over.
yeah. And so I got to read this
Why
statement.
do men feel like that?
Well, there is a reason, and I'm gonna go into that after I read this statement.
Excuse
I
me.
would
Okay.
hope you both I hope you both could come to a compromise and come to common ground. It's actually her day. Is it?
Mm,
It is. It's
Is it
actually her
just
day.
like that?
It's actually her day. You got down and on your
Yeah,
knee, you proposed to her. She didn't
right.
propose to you. But this is what
okay,
I'm
I
saying.
see your
Y'all
point.
y'all
But
feel
is it
like
not
women.
about the both of them though? Is it not about the
That's
both of them?
because we trying to
It's about a union. It's about a joint.
union.
It is,
But like you
right?
said, okay. But listen, like you just said, Martell didn't give a shit about the wedding. I didn't. You know what
He
I'm saying?
didn't.
You know what I'm saying? The wedding, my wedding. My wife was asking me questions. I'm like, whatever
Okay.
you want to do. It's all about you.
So
Whatever you want to do. So that's what I'm
yeah, so
saying.
to
Men
go
do.
off of that, guys don't really grow up thinking about their wedding day.
No, this is not our day. We
That's
don't
not
dream
something.
about this day. No,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got hoop
that's not
dreams.
something that y'all dream about.
So let's change that narrative.
Is
I
it? I
think we need
mean,
to change that narrative because
I
it's
but
don't
I
think
not
mean,
so.
like
true.
honestly, when y'all were growing up, were y'all thinking about, oh, when I grow up, I want my wedding to look like this, and I want to wear this, and I want this color scheme, and I want it to be in this particular
Thank you.
place, and I like
No,
y'all. I don't feel like
it's
y'all
not.
are that into detail. No, you
It
guys are
had
not.
nothing
So
to
that's
do
why
with us.
everybody
Right.
always says it's her day because she's dreamed
Hmm.
of this day her whole entire life. You
So
just
what's
happen
the
to
cow there
be.
for?
You just
You got to go
happen
get
to
a tux
be
and stand there.
the. You just happen to be the Prince Charming to give her this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She
Well,
gotta she gotta get a dress. She got you know what I'm saying?
oh my
Her
gosh.
her gotta be a certain way. She got makeup. She got, it's different elements.
I
It's about a
literally, I
day.
I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning for my small wedding
Okay.
ceremony
And
to get
Martell was still
everything
asleep.
done. I and he was actually late. So yeah, yeah, but and he's not on here. I don't. He was on here, but I don't know where he is now. But he was actually late.
Yes.
But yeah, I
I
got up
get
at 6 o'clock in the morning after my night with my girls, which was lit.
like
And
But
I
here,
got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I showered,
that's
brushed
one
my
thing
teeth,
I
got
would never
myself
do.
dressed, headed to my hair appointment. My hair appointment was done just in time for me to get to my makeup appointment. My makeup appointment was done in just enough time for me to go pick up my dress from my hotel room
okay.
and to grab two pairs of shoes because I didn't know which ones I was gonna wear, and to make it over to the church. And I made it to the church on time after doing all of this because this was my day.
So I let me explain myself a little bit. So because I'm not completely disagreeing that it's her day, right? Because
Hmm.
it is so this is the woman's day to say, listen, I have someone who thinks of me in a fashion to present me as their prize, as their woman, as and this is where I'm going. This is the man that I'm going to be with. I just want people to give men a little more credit and understanding that give us something too. We ain't gotta have everything. We ain't gotta have everything, but give us a little acknowledgement because if you're going to have a ceremony, I think it's important for men to be acknowledged as well, especially
Hmm.
if man is going
Y'all
into
are acknowledged when y'all come into the room. They say Mr. and Mrs. They put y'all first.
shit.
They do.
I get that. I get that. So we're changing your name and your social security number. I got that. However, if men take a little more time to think about the day that they're going into, especially if you're going to have a ceremony, and you understand the implications behind it and what you're parenting at that point, right? I think men would probably give it a bit more. Uh, they put more importance on it because yeah, it's her day, but at this point, as a man, you're committing yourself to another person. This is a union.
Tight.
This is where the Bible for Bible thumpers, where
Hmm.
the math is different
Not
than a
Bible
lot.
thumpers. Those
Yeah,
who.
for a lot of people, right? Because at this point, this is where the Bible describes one and one equals one, right? And
Hmm.
that goes across several different planes. One and one man and one woman equals one person because you're joining yourself to another person. Man, we've got to pay more attention to this day because of the implications that it has that are going to continue throughout that hopefully successful relationship. Now, I failed at mine, and
I
I'm
think,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
I
say.
just think
See, okay. So when marriages end,
mm,
I don't. I wouldn't say that it was a failure. So I don't like it when people say, "Oh, I failed at this." I wouldn't call it a failure. It was a learning process,
yeah,
and you went through what you had to go through for a reason. I wouldn't say it was a failure. Yes, the marriage ended, and that's what it was. It was a lesson, not a
sure, and
failure.
that's a great perspective, and I don't disagree with that at all. And I'm going to have to figure out how to assimilate that and change my jargon and the way that I actually
Hmm.
think about my experience because that's
Hmm.
very valid. But the reason
yeah,
why I call it a failure is because I didn't do everything that I probably could have done, and I take ownership and accountability of the thing of where I actually did fall short, and I can
correct.
see where I
Hmm.
fell short. That's all.
Hmm.
So for my personal understanding of that movement in life, it was a failure for
Hmm.
me. It was because
Hmm.
there was some things that I failed in. There were some places that I should have been where that I wasn't. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm just saying, men, if you are going to have this ceremony, put a little more thought into it and stop you get out of it what you want. If you want to see yourself reflected in your ceremony, god damn it, insert yourself. Yes, okay, I can agree that it's her day. But man,
Hmm.
if you want to wear Chuck Taylors with your tuxes, or you want to wear some damn beach wear for everybody, do it. Because it's only look, I'm
That's
serious.
true. That's
Okay.
yeah, no, that's
So
communication. I think we
Yeah,
already
yeah.
committed. You know what I'm saying? For us, like when we take that step to propose to the woman. You know what I'm saying? So we already
Okay.
thinking. You know what I'm saying? We already tied. You see what I'm saying? So when you was like, it's another big day for us. It's not really a big day for males because we feel like we already instead of that's what my parents always said. They was like, "Oh, you'll find out one day you're gonna quit playing house." You know what I'm saying? And all
yeah,
they was saying about quit playing house is y'all gonna quit playing boyfriend and girlfriend, make that union. You know what I'm saying? Join as one,
Hmm.
like you saying. Even though y'all together, y'all still not that one union until this ring. That's how it was always said to me. So
Yeah. So speaking of like courthouse and like weddings and like the traditional wedding ceremonies, when you guys proposed, did y'all do like the big proposals or was it just like a general conversation like, hey, I think we should get married?
I did propose.
So how
so
did you propose?
yeah,
It was, like Thanksgiving, like a family event. You know what I'm saying? We invited her side, my side. We was all there, and when we was sitting there, my uncle said grace. After he said grace, everybody had their head down. You know what I'm saying? Grace after grace, she stood up, turned around. I was down on my knee. That's how I proposed.
that's what's up.
Okay. Was it did you do a big proposal for both of your marriages or just for one?
Both of them was pretty much same event, like situation. Both have both families in the same building, and just do it. Get the
What's up,
blessings from
Manny?
everybody already before you do it, and it's like I say, I did traditional. I talked to the father, even though we was
Right.
already together for some years. I still talk to the father,
Mm-hmm.
still talk to the son. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know what really finna
What your
change. You
intentions
know what I'm
were.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So how
when I
about you?
yeah, I was so traditional when I first got married. It was a Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact. I had met her parents that Thanksgiving, and I had been looking for a time to actually go and speak to her father. And I told him, I was like, hey, when you get a second, I'd like to actually pull you to a side and have a conversation with you. And He was like, yeah, okay. And once he found time, we found time. And after Thanksgiving, all that good stuff, we went to a different room. We sat down, and I was like, hey, I came down here to meet you and talk to you face to face, and ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. I didn't want to do it in a sneaking way, and I wanted to make sure I respected, the
Right, right. Gotcha.
true marriage. That's how I did it. That's how I did it.
Okay.
So
So
I
you
asked her
a
father for a hand,
traditionalist, cuz
and
you
yeah, I was. Now at this point in my life, I am a non-traditionalist on purpose.
okay.
Uh, I understand where tradition leads you and how shit goes. But I did go through those measures, right? I did, and then there was another time, because I was with Key and her ex. And she wasn't there to experience it, so I got down on the knee. We were just sitting in Key's living room. What's going on, Manny? And I asked her, you know, to marry her again, so that Key and Jason could experience that at that point. But that's how
Right.
I did
Yeah.
it initially. Now that I'm grown as a motherfucker, this would be a conversation between her and I. I ain't asking nobody else in the world except for her. And that's it.
Okay.
How was
Truth
your
of it.
experience, Wanda?
Uh, I'm not sure if he talked to my dad or anything. I don't know. It was a birthday, and we had did a painting. You was there. That was your first painting with a twist with me, and you you gave up on your picture. So
Like,
that was the first one we ever did together.
Hey, y'all keep going. I
And
gotta go check these ribs real quick.
go ahead, Coco.
and okay. So yeah, I had we did painting with a twist, and we got back home because we were living together at the time, playing house. And I'm like, oh, it was a fun birthday, da da da, this and the third. And I'm like, okay, so I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm like, took off makeup, got on the big hockey jersey, get ready to go to bed. Finna hop in the bed, and he like, well, um, something I want to ask you. I'm like, all right, what's up? I'm like, dude, if you want some bullshit, I'm about to whoop your ass on my birthday. Like, what the fuck is going on? And he like, well, we've been together for a while, and I was like, uh-huh. You saying this to say what? I like if he about to break up with me on my birthday, bruh. Like we finna have some straight issues. Like if he finna break up with me on my birthday, it's gonna be some furniture moving around here.
Man.
And he got down on one knee, had his ring, and I was like, "Are you for real? Or are you joking? Like, are you
He was
like?" I
like,
was like, "Are you serious?"
my drunk.
Right? I was like, because we had been drinking and painting with a twist. But I was like, I'm like, okay. And he like, will you marry me? And I was like, sure. Why
You ain't
not?
saying sure.
I did. I was like, I did. I was like, yeah. I said, yeah. And then that was that. And but like in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang, why he didn't do this in front of everybody?
Right,
Now I
right,
gotta call everybody and tell them that it happened.
right.
I
You
like
could
he
do this
totally could.
15 minutes ago.
I like he totally could have did this in front of everybody. How about being dumped right before Valentine's Day? What?
That was suck.
That's horrible.
That's because you weren't
No,
giving them
no.
good gifts, man, on Valentine's Day. That's what happened.
Oh damn, Manny. I'm sorry. No, no. I was just like, but like in the background, I'm like, dang, why you do this in front of everybody else? We was just with
Right.
everybody.
Right.
Like we was just there with everybody, and
And so that's my whole
but
reason about being her day. You know what I'm saying? From the moment the man does that
yeah, I
from
mean,
her
I was
forward.
happy about the proposal, but I was like, dang, I wish everybody was able to see it.
Correct, correct. So you
But I
could have
don't know. I think
celebrated,
maybe
you
he
know what I'm
was
saying?
shy or something. I don't know.
You've been around too long to be shy around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at that point,
Especially
he was definitely
especially
around too
yeah,
long.
especially that group,
But
the family, the household, yep, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Your immediate
but definitely if he was about to break up with me, I was sure gonna call my cousin like, y'all gotta beat his ass. Like, if he was gonna break up with me, like seriously, I was like, bruh, because I'm like, what is you on right now? What are you saying to me? But it turned out not to be that. So he's like, Chicago for sure going down on me. But I tell you something.
So
Oh
hey,
no.
so you had to
So
look. Go ahead, cuz. You gonna
okay.
comment on that? Yeah.
Yeah. So Manny says shocker for sure. He's like going down on a knee, but I tell you something, I've only done that one time and unfortunately it wasn't my wife.
Gotcha.
So my question for you, Manny, is this. Why didn't you do it for your wife? Is it because you were scarred from the first time? Like, hold on. Like I'm gonna need some I need some clarity on it because that's crazy.
Yeah, and because I definitely don't like guys that be, you know what I'm saying, that hold grudges with women. You know, every woman is different.
But women do it too. Women do
Yep,
it
no,
too.
correct, correct. But I'm speaking of a male experience because we'll
Yeah.
get in our feelings and we'll stay there. You see what I'm saying? We'll be, you know what I'm saying? We can be happy in our career, happy in so much more, but
Hmm.
then we got that one bad spot that'll just take us back down that bad tunnel that put us back in that dark spot, and it's like,
Yeah, that's because you haven't healed from that hurt yet. And I feel like before you go anywhere else in a relationship, that you definitely need to heal
correct.
before pursuing anything. Because, like you said, it's not the other person's fault that you have the feelings that you have. They can do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying don't be cautious, because definitely need to be cautious with anybody. Because, yeah, he said after that, just ask and accord with the feelings.
All right.
And
So
I'm, yeah, but like, yeah. I'll
after
go
that,
ahead, Pat.
just ask and accord with the family. Because I mean, if you don't like the fam or they don't like you, you still have them around, no matter how much you love your significant other.
We going off of it.
Yeah.
We was asking Manny because we was going off of this topic here that he said while you was gone. So
Yeah, he
we
said
just
he
asked a
proposed
question.
before and he got down on one knee, but it wasn't for his wife. So, and I was like, well, when you proposed the second time, you know, why didn't you do so? I mean, I don't feel like it's necessary to get down on one knee. I mean, it's cute and all, but yeah.
Yeah, I
It just
guess.
add that shock to the woman, like, oh my God, I know he's not about to do what I think he about to do. It's like,
But what if he just down there to tie his shoe though? Like, bruh, I'm gonna kick you
Yeah.
right in your throat. Do not
but he
play
ain't,
with me.
but he ain't gonna come like, yeah, I need to ask you something. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me tie my shoe up real quick. You
Shit.
see what I'm saying?
At
I
my
mean, an
age,
asshole might.
sometimes I go down on my knee because my goddamn back hurt.
Oh Lord, don't get down on your knee in front of your woman.
Yeah, I can't tell them about the symbolism in it, but I'll have to. That's another story for another time. One day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This ain't like it's grudge. It's like y'all still in that past and y'all holding all the women going forward accountable for the actions that this past person did. You see what I'm saying?
Right, Constant.
I
Get
feel
on
like
down
I
on
feel
that
like
one knee so you can brace my fall when I pass out
Hmm,
from you putting that ring on my finger.
my
yeah,
apologies, family. What I have not done, and I said I would do, is post a link in the comments if you want to come up and holler at us. So here it is. Bam. So
And
go ahead,
oh
Kel.
yeah,
What you think?
I was about to get to our next subject because we like
Yeah,
53 minutes in. This one went on a
I,
little
s-
longer.
yeah, I saw that.
Um,
Might have to come back to that
so
later.
yeah, yeah. So when you're married or in them long term relationships, a lot of people tend to think, or this tends to happen because obviously we've heard stories that the sex life kind of dwindles the longer you've been with somebody,
Mm. How
and
do
it's like, why does that happen?
the why? It's
the
the
why.
why.
Like, why?
It's the why for me. It's always the why for me because
Okay, so yeah, honestly, and I think I'm not gonna say whose fault it is, but I'm just gonna say this. But if like you're with somebody and y'all doing the do before y'all married, and she done pulled out all the little tricks, and now y'all in love, you in love or whatever, and now when y'all get married,
Right.
she not doing all the little tricks and stuff anymore because she feel like she doesn't have to because she already has you, and then you've seen these tricks before. So why am I still doing this? You know what I'm saying? Um, so that also puts me in the mind frame of you shouldn't be doing it before you married anyway.
But whoa, hold on, calm down.
Praise God,
So
dog, it'll be minutes.
I'm just saying. I
Man,
mean, because like if y'all wasn't doing it before y'all got
One,
married, she'll still
my
have little
God,
tricks
dog.
and stuff up her sleeve. It's all I'm saying.
Mm.
But now you done already seen all the tricks. You done seen the handstands and the blowing of the bubbles and all this stuff that they do.
okay.
And I just feel like at that point, like you done seen all the tricks. I ain't gotta do all that
Oh,
no more. I got you.
phew.
And
I'm dying on this.
so
I'm
I
dying.
mean, I'm just saying, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like I mean,
I
I'm
get
not
you.
saying this is personally, but
I'm
this
with
is
Gus
the
on
mind
this one.
frame.
I'm gonna test that thing out before I
I
do
Exactly.
that.
understand
Test
everybody
drive my
wants to
car
test.
before I purchase that motherfucker. For
I
sure.
hear you, but at the same time, it ain't gonna drive the same after you test
Bullshit.
drive it.
You know what?
Um,
I
it
I
never drives the
I
same.
got my vehicle that I have now. And what I've done since I've had my vehicle is
Are
I've
we
kept
talking about your actual vehicle? Or are we
but
doing symbolism?
this is symbolism. This is a metaphor. It's a metaphor, right? So I got my vehicle
Yeah,
and
that vehicle has a hell of a trunk.
time out, god damn it. Cause I was finna respond to that and be like, I laid down in in the trunk of my car to go to sleep. Anyway, so but yes, my car does have a hell of a trunk. So I what I've made sure that I've done with my vehicle since I've gotten it is I've maintained the maintenance on it, right? And I've made sure that I've got the inspections done. I've made sure that if I feel something going wrong when I'm driving it, I pull over and I check it out, or I take it to the dealership. I make sure the proper maintenance is done on my vehicle, right?
Hmm.
And I ain't even had 100,000 miles on my vehicle yet,
Welcome back,
but I
Keela. We
love it.
missed you, girl.
Facts. But I love my vehicle. I love my
Hmm.
vehicle. And so if knowing that I love my vehicle, I'm gonna make sure I take care of that daggone thing. And I think
Hmm.
that's the metaphor, right? So if you doing handstands and blowing bubbles in the beginning, don't stop that shit at that point. Damn it, I'm gonna put the maintenance. I'm gonna make sure I check the oil. I'm gonna make sure if we going up the hill and we
Maybe they
going through
got
some mountains.
arthritis or you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
carpal tunnel or something. You see what I'm saying? Now that's the only way I think relationships shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have sex in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, if you're doing it because it got to be some underlying health issues,
right.
or we just old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Other than
Shit,
that,
even when I'm old, I'm
but
still
I'm
gonna
just saying.
try.
I'm 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 just saying it got to be
he
something.
go
You know what
he
I'm saying?
gonna waddle in that thing.
I,
I tell
I
you,
gotta try something. I
he
gotta
gonna
I gotta
waddle in
keep
that
some form
thing.
of manhood. Hey, I'm gonna be
I'm just
managed
saying.
all my life. God damn it,
Constance, I was
that's so
just being
saying.
funny about the bubbles, but I have seen a stripper blow bubbles with her hoo-ha. But I ain't learned that one yet either. But I ain't
Yeah.
been
So
asked to do that trick yet. So,
That's for sure.
but
unless
I
she got
think,
some, like I say, unless it's health issues, I don't see no reason why it
Yeah,
shouldn't continue. I don't see no reason.
I'm,
I get it.
I
You're not as
mean, people
flexible in
get
your older years.
tired. It ain't even about being like some people get tired, and maybe she got gas.
Okay.
Ain't nobody trying to bounce on it with gas. I'm sorry, that shit hurts. Nobody want to do that. Uh, I
Let
mean,
the thing
maybe
out.
like,
At some
I
part,
mean,
shit, you know what I'm saying? Come out
oh my
one end or
god,
another, you know what I'm saying? Let something for it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear that. Let that. We air it out. We
Oh
turn the
my
ceiling fan on or
god.
something.
Cuz said, "Earn out, earn
Hey,
on out."
But I just feel like when you're in a long term relationship, that sometimes stuff does get boring, and it's up to the couple to bringing that excitement back to it. Like, and then maybe you didn't got on her nerves that day,
Okay,
and
well
she
then
just
take
don't feel like throwing that thing in a circle.
take that
And
frustration out on me and when we laying down.
thank you.
I don't
I,
know,
I
man.
I think sexual relationship is like an emotional tie to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Mhm.
mad, you mad. Y'all still come together. It can be genuine. Be like, whoo, you know what? That was some
Right.
bullshit we was tripping off of. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let me get your kids and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just like it's
Yeah.
it's a stress relief. It's still a bond and tie because you're getting to hold and be physical with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then having kids too, you definitely need that extra relief. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
they stress the both of us out. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
definitely need that release in that household.
But like I
Just
feel like a lot of time the woman is blamed for the lack of sex after a long term relationship
It's our
yeah,
fault. It's our fault.
because we are I guess we are the holders to sex.
absolutely.
If we say no, it's a no. Because if we say no and you're still trying, it's rape. So yeah,
Y'all are the
regardless
primary
of you
line of
married or
defense,
not.
and Rosie Palm is the second. Because
Hmm.
So
if my woman be like, I'm just not doing. Look, I had a tumultuous marriage. I'm gonna throw that shit out there. And there were times I'll be like, oh, okay, well then go to sleep. I'm not, and I'll take care of myself. God damn it, you forget. Like I think people forget the era that we grew up in. God damn it, Juvenile said it best. you know, if you ain't gonna do it, then I'm a man. I use my hand. So at the
uh-huh.
end of the day, I don't want to do that. I'd rather have this experience with you.
Mhm.
That's always my feeling is I'd rather have the experience with my partner. That's where I want to be. If
Mhm.
she feeling in the mood, even if she ain't, okay, let me back up a little bit. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow. But on for long term relationships, unfortunately, more often than not, it is the woman because y'all are the gatekeepers to it.
Mhm.
I
And
got that
But
chastity belt.
right, and that's unfortunately for men when we lose physical interaction and contact with our partner, we begin to lose a certain movement and segment of emotional attachment with that person. That's
mhm.
the unfortunate truth. So, women, if y'all are listening right now, I get it. Y'all can get upset, you can get mad, but the hope that I have is you figure out how to with your partner. Because if you don't, and you begin to if you don't want to communicate with your partner and you begin to use sex as leverage, that begins, and I'm not justifying it, but that's one of the movements, that's one of the points where men will begin to start looking for it somewhere else because somebody's always willing to do it. forty
I know,
dollars
right?
is all it takes.
Somebody's always willing to squeeze into that space. But have you
Unfortunately.
as men ever held out sex?
I don't know. She look at
Hmm.
me crazy. Toot that thing up the wrong way. I'm come. Uh, I guess like Jig say when I would, you know what I'm saying. When we get into it, I'll be on some petty shit.
Yeah, I've been on that.
You know what I'm saying? That's only if we beef. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I mean,
I,
like
I, I
even if I'm like beefing with my man or whatever, I still expect to be cuddled that night. I don't give a fuck how mad you are. I don't care
Yeah,
what I did, what I said. I don't care if I told you that whatever I said. I don't care. If I'm not cuddled that night, we gonna have a whole problem. And then I'm gonna tell you that I got a problem. And then you still gonna cuddle me, mad or not.
I can
um, I'm
I can
tripping. We gonna have that same energy you got when you got gas. Goddamn me.
right.
And you
No,
over
you
there
gonna
on your
no,
side,
no.
and I'll be on my
I
side.
promise you. I promise you. Cause
I'm put a divider between us and everything.
I'm gonna wake you up. I do it all the time. I'll be like, I bet you I move it. I be like, why you ain't cuddling me? You need to cuddle me. And what does he do? He get up, roll over, and cuddle me.
What if he
Because
say I don't like you right now?
I'm gonna tell him I don't give a damn. I don't
some
care. They ain't got nothing to do with you cuddling me. You cuddle me so I can go to sleep.
Got you.
And I'm like, I don't like your ass either. But come on.
well, yeah, and I appreciate you for saying that, cuz because I think it is important to have at least in the initial stages of going to sleep, because I haven't seen some people that fuck that are horrible sleepers, but
Hmm.
for the initial comfort, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of the arguments, at the end of the day, you still have to make sure that you're solidified within each other. And one of the best and fastest way to do that is by skin to skin contact, is by holding each other and giving each other that hug, giving each other that security of like, you know what,
Hmm.
fuck you too, but bring your ass on over here so we can
Right.
be
All
together.
day long.
Yeah, I don't like your ass right now, but you ain't gonna
I
go to
don't.
sleep without touching me because
That
you finna
part.
be in bed with me all goddamn night, and that's what it's gonna be. Damn it.
Yup.
And we'll fight about this shit later, but for right now, you come on over here and let me love on you. You need to feel me. So,
Hmm.
but I was denied intimacy for prolonged amounts of times at specific venues, right? And
Hmm.
it, it was done on purpose. It was done on
Hmm.
purpose with the hope of having a different outcome than what it had because somebody wanted me to cheat on them and I didn't.
Hmm.
That just wasn't my character, and it isn't my character. So I wouldn't do it. And when it didn't happen, they were upset that it didn't happen,
Hmm.
regardless of the actual. You good, cuz?
Damn kids, man, they over here just beefing, and you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
they bring all their problems right here in front of me.
I, I
Yeah.
I was saying all that just to say I think that when it comes to having sex in a relationship, regardless of how you feeling, because I've been on the bad side of this because I've held out I've held out the magic stick before. Like I didn't have sex on purpose because I was like standing on a soapbox. Like, nah, I told you need to do this, blah, 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 blah. And it got me
Hmm.
nowhere. But intimacy has to continue regardless of how you feeling in a relationship.
Yep. I
You
Yeah,
agree.
gotta do it.
I agree.
I agree. Like in my relationship, I feel like I'm the one that like my husband, like he'll probably be like, "We ain't gotta do it tonight." I'm like, "Oh yes, we do." Like he's like, "Why?" Like he probably think I'm trying to kill him or some shit. Probably. He's like, "Why do we have to keep doing it? Well, why the hell not? What else are we doing but laying here?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the reason I want to be an adult so I can have sex. I do not so I can have sex, drive
That's the
when I
first
felt
reason.
like it. Those
The
are the only reasons I wanted to grow up.
well the
Now
other
this
reason
whole
why
bills and paying taxes and
yeah,
all that ain't I ain't grow up for that. That
yeah,
ain't why I'm here.
I wanted to be able to eat sweets in the morning. That's why I couldn't wait to grow up. I wanted to eat cakes and ice cream and all that bullshit you weren't supposed to eat in the morning that I couldn't eat for
I
breakfast
am dead.
because I wasn't
So
fully
dead.
grown yet. So
I'm just saying I just wanted to drive, have sex, and go to bed when I wanted to. And now I don't feel like doing none of this shit.
yeah, but ladies, like take if you ain't
Hey
hey Rick,
Rick.
What
what's
up,
happening?
son?
If you don't take anything from this discussion, let me tell you one of the first things that will begin to remove your man from you is holding out sex on purpose. That's the first step to your man saying, "Okay, I see where this is going.
I
I
don't
see."
know. Because should we be obligated?
I'm not saying that you're obligated. I'm simply saying that if we realize you're doing this on purpose, that you're doing this to hang it over our heads, or it's a form of control, got you. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't never had that
Even
issue.
if I don't take it as
I
intentional, even
can't
if I don't,
relate, but I understand what you're saying.
yeah, even if I don't take it as you holding out of, you know what I'm saying? Like Jig say, I'm gonna start resenting you, and I'm gonna start pulling away from you because we ain't got that. Obviously, we ain't got that connection or that energy there. Something missing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start pulling away, and the first thing what I'm gonna do when I start pulling away is paying attention to everything else and everybody that's paying me attention. You see what I'm saying?
I
And
just feel
that's
like
what tends
men
to
are just
happen.
more physical
We
anyway.
are.
Like y'all are
Absolutely.
Well,
more physical thinkers and y'all are
Yeah.
more physical and we are more mental. So like
Yeah.
if we're not feeling the love mentally, there's no way that we can connect to you guys physically. And if
Okay.
y'all not connected to us physically, there's no way that you can understand us mentally. So
Sure.
I feel like I just really feel like communication in it all, regardless of how you communicate through a text message, a letter, talking, however you decide to communicate, the communication needs to be done for it to work because we don't think the same.
no, correct.
Yeah. I agree with that too.
So yeah, so if you're like if you feeling like and it could not even be something with you that got us like mentally strained. It could be a whole lot of other stuff that got the valley dry. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yeah.
you,
Right. But we taking
but
we getting the effects of it though. You see what I'm saying? Even if
right.
it ain't us.
And if you feeling that way, you should not be like, oh, she mad and I'm finna go let Becky with the good hair top me up. You know, I'm not finna. Yeah,
And
that
we
shouldn't
can't
be
be
like
mind
your
readers.
first thought. Exactly, but at the same time, if she's frustrated with something else and she's not supposed to, and she's focused on that something else, she's not focused on you. So you come to her and be like, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling." And now at the time, she might blow up and be like, "Yeah, you know, I'm dealing with this, and
Yeah.
this. This ain't about you right now." And then you feel in some kind of way.
Okay. I'm not
Hey,
saying that's a trope, but that's just hilarious because we can do it. $40 is all it takes.
Oh my God, who is this?
I
hey,
don't know.
whatever.
I need to
Hey,
comment.
hey.
Ah, 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 ah,
Hey, but would that still be considered cheating?
Is that cheating?
Would that still be considered cheating? You know what I'm saying?
saying, who, hey,
So
that's great. Oh,
the
so, my
comment
bad.
says,
Put it back
I ordered a sex doll that has two vaginas. My girl can act stupid if she wants. She will be on the couch. So who gonna
Hey,
be on the couch? The sex doll and you, or the your girl?
up.
somebody getting
Because
cut. Either way, he cuddling with somebody that night.
Oh,
oh my god.
Jesus.
Okay. I love our viewers.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and
Uh
this right here, like what Keela's saying. Oops, let me bring it back up. I think that's the thing. We know our spouse, so if she's not communicating with us and she's not, you know what I'm saying, interacting with us, we automatically feel this. It's automatically come to us. You know what I'm saying? Without you speaking or like, damn, if the kids ain't pissed her off,
yeah, Keela's comment says, but you as the man should know or learn your woman and what's needed during that time and vice versa.
I agree with that comment, and
you
that's
can't,
part of
you
the
can't
relationship.
without communication. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's what I'm getting to.
absolutely.
Without you can't read the next person's mind to know
Yeah,
that okay, this is affecting me over here. It's not you, but this is a major problem for me. But you ain't talking to me about this major problem or what's
right,
really affecting you. That's the issue. Because I'm
right.
like I say, I'm automatically feel like I'm be like, damn, babe, like we doing normal routine. Like, how you doing, babe? Good. How was your day? You know, try to come in, give a kiss, and the energy ain't there. It's gonna be like, damn, that's
Mm-hmm.
at me. Oh, what I do? You know what I'm saying? It ain't you ain't tripping off nothing or nobody else, but what you and your spouse got going on. That interaction between you and your spouse. So
Yeah.
That's it. So earlier today, I was talking to my woman, and I didn't trip off what she said in my response until later on. But she was telling me something about work, and she was like, "Baby, just help me not worry about this." And so I started talking to her. I just directly went in. I was like, "Okay, well then let's look at it from this angle. Let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And let's blah 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 blah." Because I know my lady. I know my woman. So, and I know that she can become over anxious with things. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the last things that I want her to do is be overly anxious because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a protector. And if she feels like she's overly anxious, then I need to be near her, and I feel like I have to do something. So I need to do something physically to somebody else. So I had to, take a few steps back and think about what she was saying, and automatically engage in where she actually was. But I was only able to do that because of the way that we communicate and the way that we actually interact with each other. Baby,
Mhm.
talk to me and tell me not to worry about this in a fashion to where I can understand what you're saying, but make sure that it's relevant to the situation. And
Mhm.
don't shoot me a line of shit, but be honest about why I shouldn't worry about this. And I did. Now,
But okay, yeah, go
now
ahead.
if she was here, I would have done the same thing. Okay, I'm back.
Mhm.
So if she was here, I would have done this. Excuse me, I would have done the same thing, but there would have been action behind it, and that action would have come in the form of touching and caressing and making sure that she had uh, security,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And so I totally agree with that statement. Like men, we do have to learn the women that we're with, and we also have to learn that not every situation involves uh, physical altercations
Mhm.
because that's what we're used to. Now
Right.
we are trying to get to a physical interaction with our spouses later, right? With our partners later.
And that starts like, and if you like, and I feel like at the same time, if you feel like you like, most of the time, y'all know when y'all want some, and
Mm,
it's that starts at the beginning of the day. So
which is
like,
everything.
flirt
All
with
of us.
me all day,
Yeah.
so that I'm excited about doing what you want me to do later or
Yeah.
what we want to do later. Don't just be like, I mean, nobody wants to be a pop tart. You know what I'm saying? Just warm you up and go for it. No, you
Oh
gotta,
shit.
you gotta slow cook that thing. It ain't about. It's not about. Yeah, like you gotta warm me. Like don't just think
Pound.
you just because you touched me here or tapped me there that I'm supposed to be all hyped and ready to go. No, give me something to look forward to. Flirt with me all day. Send me the freaky text or don't send dick pics. We don't like that for real, for real. Like, and
Oh,
if you gonna send it, ask for permission first. Like, no, no, don't do that. Don't just be like, "What up, girl?" No, nobody likes that.
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
generation. I'm not a dick pic guy.
Oh no, I was gonna
So
talk
like,
about talking
so if
all
you
day
sending me
long.
like look like yes, I mean, and I know, and then it's the whole thing. Okay, I know you're working, and but the fact that you took time out of your day to tell me how you felt or saying what you want to do to me and all this, like, oh shit, we didn't took time out. Like, oh, he must have been thinking about this thing all day. So you
Yeah.
excited, you
Gotcha,
ready to
gotcha.
go home and do them cartwheels and blow your bubbles and whatever you got to do. You
This
know what I'm
bubble
saying?
blowing, you've had people on that bubble blowing because they trying to figure that shit
I'm
out.
just saying I like bubbles. So hey. But you might.
Put it out there. Shit. It might, hey, that might be a reawakening for some relationships. You know what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
saying you might even get into some butt stuff. That don't happen all the time. Who knows? Just
What's
talk to
going
me all
on?
day.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm
I'm
just
looking that shit up when I
saying.
get off of her. I can tell you right now, I'm looking it up.
Figure these bubbles out, goddamn it. We finna figure these bubbles out.
Oh my god!
Obviously,
So
we
I'm
still
just
got stuff to
saying
learn
she gon'
around
she
here.
gon' like she gonna do something that's gonna blow your mind. If you done flirted with her all day and got her anxious about it all day, and she's anxious about you all day because it's about the mental. You gave her the mental. Now she's ready to give you the physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she trying to
Gotcha,
she
gotcha.
was
So
so you can actually at that point you can come home and be like, hey, we finna slip some Benadryl in this goddamn dinner. Somebody got to go to sleep. These kids
Y'all
got to
leave
go.
them kids alone, man.
hey, I got
FDK.
that extra strength. I got that
Hashtag
extra strength,
FDK.
that extra strength melatonin over here.
Fuck
We
them
gonna
kids.
we gonna mix it. We gonna mix it in with them Haribo. We gonna mix those in with them Haribo gold
Hey,
bears.
I was just saying. I'm saying
And may the best gummy win. Here you
facts.
go.
Facts. So yeah, that's goddamn. That shit was hilarious. I'm just throwing that shit out there. I didn't expect for us to go over. I don't know why I keep saying that shit.
We do it every week.
Do it every
We
week.
Every week we
we
go over
we
every
do.
week.
And I ain't even. Let me switch this. Let's go to what got you effed up. What got y'all effed up this week?
Home ownership.
No? Hold up. Let's do it this way. What got you effed up this week, Wan Wan?
I told you, home ownership got me effed up this week. I know, right, Keelan? Um, just a whole lot of stuff that I got. Not a whole lot of stuff, but things that need to be done. They got to be done, and it ain't cheap because it's a house, you know, and it's one of these historical houses, so it's old shit. Now you gotta mess it up to put in new shit, and it's got me fucked up. That's what it is.
Mm, 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 mm.
What Dirt said.
Just saying.
All
I'm just saying.
right. These are what got you effed up, cuz.
People holding out. I didn't know that was a thing. You hear me?
Oh,
Like I
man.
say, I get my little petty moments, but it's just a
If you doing it, you can't expect them not to do it too.
no.
I'm just
Mine is
saying.
mine is like not a holdout like that. It's more like still I'm just being petty. You know what I'm saying? I still give in like you still get cuddled at night. You know what I'm saying? I still give in, but
Absolutely.
it'd be more of like a petty moment for me. But it's like that. I think people shouldn't hold out. Communication is key factor in everything, every relationship, and just that's what got me effed up, man. Stop holding out with your people.
Yeah, because I was in a relationship where I would be held out. Somebody was with like it was
What's
Oh,
the
months,
longest y'all ever
let me say this.
been
Oh, I was gonna
denied?
say
The
I
longest
90
don't
y'all
know the
ever been
longest,
denied?
90
but
You
fucking
don't know the longest?
no, I don't, cause I'm a heathen. You know what I'm saying. We gonna get them text messages all day. We gonna get that. You know what's on my mind when I come home or throughout the day when I walk in the crib and that Usher Trey songs playing. You know what I'm saying? On my you know what time it is. I ain't just on that mode for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You
uh,
playing
But
that
a
little
sexless
Duval.
relationship,
I wanna get
a
I'm
sexless marriage
nasty.
or relationship is something that you are having sex 10 times or less in a calendar year. That is called a sexless relationship or marriage. And it's people on the average. I looked this shit up. On the average, they was like people. God dang, it was like percentage of the. It was like 56% of America only have sex like. God damn, it
twice,
was like no,
once or twice.
it was like 60 times a year in their
Yeah,
relationship, like 60
yeah,
times a year out of 365-day calendar. They having
yep.
sex like 65 times a year.
A quarter.
Okay.
That's a
So what
quarter,
percent is that?
365 days. That's less than a quarter of 365 days. Like somebody's cheeks got to be getting clapped. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Okay, so what is a safe amount? Okay, just just asking. Um, how many times a week, a month? Let's go with a week. How many times a week should
At least three and a half.
if you're living with your significant other?
Yeah,
How
at
many
least
times a week are y'all clapping the cheeks?
at the very freaking least three. No left or right parameters. We got to do something at least three.
Keela said
3.5.
3.
I'm saying
Constance
3.5 at
says
the very least.
4.5.
You
And
got
now,
to
mind y'all, it's only 7 days in a week, y'all.
okay.
Yeah, I go with four. You got to at least be 4 times a week. You know
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah, at the very least, you got to give me half of the week.
Okay.
Because we talking about an hour of 45 minutes for some. Okay, let me back it up for some people. 15 minutes to an hour. That's all we're asking for dedication for. That's it.
An hour too
It-
long. That's too long.
That
I-
might be why you might be getting
Wait,
held
wait,
out.
wait, wait,
G.
wait,
You
wait.
want
Is
hours
right? Is
5 times
wait,
a
wait, wait,
week.
wait.
oh,
Okay, let me pause there because when you say an
Panic.
hour, you're in,
Hold.
when you say an
Okay, I
hour,
see
you're
where we
including
going. We
four.
back.
You
We back.
okay? Okay, when you say an hour, you're including foreplay as well, correct?
Ish. But okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, so a good 20, 30 minutes will suffice.
I'd go closer to 45.
Oh Jesus! Now you're just being greedy, sir. That's all that is. You're
Because
just
I don't like to stop. I don't like to stop.
Mm.
I don't. There listen, there are very few things that I like straight up and out indulge in. But my woman's body, I love it. I love it. And I can get tired, take a break, go get some water, come back, go to sleep for a hot second, wake back up. Let's do it again. Because I love her body. I love her.
Mhm.
I am infatuated with her. I lust for my woman. I want to be. I love her smell. I love everything about her. So
Mhm.
if we in this space, we in this bubble. Let me take advantage of this.
hmm
Let me take advantage of this. So that's okay. So back to a week. I don't want to get too far into that because I can go on for days. I'm about to start writing poetry and writing songs.
Oh
But
Jesus!
for
Sonnets for sakes.
absolutely. But for for a week, 7 days, again, let me, even if it's just, if the whole, if 30 minutes, if I damn it, if 55 minutes of that hour is me exploring your body, give me that hour at the very least. At least 3 days. 4.5 is half the week. Well, 3.5 is half the week. But let
hmm
me get that. Let me have that just for an hour.
Can I ask how y'all do a point five of the?
You pass the fuck out. 30 minutes in, everybody pass out because we've been drinking. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Mm-mm. Okay. All right.
Just
I guess that's fair.
just an intercourse, just sexual. You know what I'm saying? It could be some toppy or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It can be point five. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, like you say, you just come home. You come
She
home
said
real
four to
quick.
five times a week. That leave you 2 days to rest. That's my workout schedule.
Well,
Oh my god, that's interesting. Okay, all right, Fat. What got you effed up this week?
what got me effed up? Okay, all right. I see where we are. All right, my bad. Uh, what got me effed up this week is people really think like right now I give a shit about working.
Jesus jumped up.
I don't. Let me say this globally. If I ever come to your company, which I won't, but if I come to your company and I'm working and I find another job and I give 2 weeks, just know that when I tell you I'm giving 2 weeks, I'm done.
I
As
literally
soon
quit
as
that day that I gave you my 2 weeks.
yeah, I'm actually done at that point. I'm done. Right. So if people think that I give a shit about working continuously to burn myself out at this age, no, I won't. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. That's what got me fucked up. I don't take
I
I don't take this shit as serious as other people do. I know what I do. I know who I'm employed with. I know what my cinemass is on a daily basis. I know what my importance is. I've been to war, all that other bullshit. At the end of the day, if you think that I'm taking, especially being as close to retirement as I am, if you think that I'm taking this shit as serious as I'm finna fail you.
Right there.
I'm dead, bro.
I
I
just
like Constance's. Constance, what got you effed up this week is very interesting. It's something that's been going on in social media for the
yeah.
past couple days. Kiki Palmer's BD flexing after she went viral. Uh, you didn't have anything to say when you saw the outfit when she left the house. Now get somewhere and sit down. So
Facts.
I have several
Here we are again.
several thoughts on that situation. One, you're not her husband. You're a baby father. Stay in your lane. Two,
Whoa.
she
Just off what you said, yeah.
you're not a husband. Stay in your lane. Two, she just had a baby, maybe 4 to 6 months ago. I'm not sure because they ain't in my tax bracket. None of my business. She looks fucking phenomenal. And if I had that body after having a baby, I will definitely be in a see-through dress too with my ass out. Nope. But wait till I go on this cruise. I ain't. I'm a mama and a wife, and I dare somebody say something to me. But anywho,
Well, here's the question though. Here's the question: is your man okay with it?
absolutely,
And will your man say something? If he wasn't okay with it, would he say something to you before you dip set? Right before you
he
left out
would. He
and would
would.
you honor what he said? You might not like it, but would you honor it?
Yeah, I would. I
And that's
would.
the point. If he wasn't man enough to say anything before she left the house, well then fuck any and everything else that he would say afterwards.
Like, yeah,
No
and which
reverend,
brings me to my
not reverend.
third point. Bring me to my third point. Why do we know how you feel about this personal matter? Again, social media is ruining the world. Those are my thoughts on that. But
We might have to swing back around to how social media is fucking up everybody's
it's
influence.
ruining the world.
Yeah, because
People need to get back to reality.
facts. So, all right. Final thoughts, and then we.
Good question.
I've been hailed to get
I
down the
think it's
street.
both. I think it's both for that constance. Yeah, I know, and I got to work in the morning, so
I gotta go
Uh,
to the bathroom. That's long. So, well, we heard.
Final thoughts. Let's get it real quick. You
Final
yeah.
first.
thought.
Y'all,
Shit.
we're definitely gonna talk about this next week. Okay, so keep
Okay.
this because
All right.
it's so much, bro. Like it's a lot.
Love you too, sis. For sure, battle.
Come pick me up in your ride, Constance.
While the final thoughts, you got it. It's on you, cuz.
Final thoughts. You know, let's just start minding our own damn business, people. Okay, let's just do that. Let's just mind our business, and I promise y'all that if you're minding our own business, your life will be so much easier because there'll be a billion less things you have to worry about. Okay, and
Hit that
also,
page.
yes, um, give hugs, brush your teeth, floss. You know, the same old. Twice a day, at least twice a day. I
Yes.
brush several times a day because of these braces now, but at least twice a day. Every time I eat something, I can't wait to get these things off my mouth. I swear to God I can't. But yeah, you know, give a little bit of grace, share hugs and smiles, they're free. Those are my
Oh,
final thoughts.
all right. These are what you got, cuz.
uh, just make time, make an effort for your spouse. Uh, love on your spouse, communicate with your spouse, make
Yep.
that time. I can't stress that enough. Communication, I think, is key. Always, we always talk
And
about it. I
cuddle
think,
even when you mad.
and cuddle, and don't go to sleep mad. That's
Mm.
one of the things. A old head used to tell me that didn't resonate until I was being petty. You see what I'm saying? Don't go to sleep mad because you never know what the next day is like or situations. You know what I'm saying? So make it right. And my final thoughts.
For sure. My final thoughts. First off, I, fuck working. If you're gonna work for some, no, just hear me out, right? I know it sounded funny. But if you're gonna work for somebody, work for yourself.
Considering the fact that I gotta work tomorrow.
I know. If you're gonna work for somebody, work for yourself. Capitalize off of your own fucking I just lost the word. Capitalize off of your own attributes, your own gifts, all the other good stuff. You know, because everybody else is going to do it if you don't. So maintain yourself, pay yourself, be your own boss, and be able to cuss people out whenever you want to without being afraid of it. Speak your mind. And like one of the first things that I ever said in one of my first public speeches is if somebody's going to be bold enough to say it, you be bold enough to respond in kind, right?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
be that, do that. And then, of course, on the back trails of that, um, make sure you give people a little more mercy, a little more grace, and sprinkle that with copious amounts of love.
I'm sorry, Constance got me cracking up
What would you say?
because when y'all was talking about talking about be ready to
Oh, work
communicate with
husband.
spouse and stuff. She's like, you're right, because
Yeah,
work husband wife already always ready to pick up the pieces.
they
And she
are.
told some don't. She said, "Don't mind me. I'm in timeout right now."
Look, it be people out here scheming now we don't even know about that's waiting for
Mm,
our significant others, our partners to fuck up because like people ain't
I
shit.
don't think so.
Oh shit. People you don't even think that are trying to pick up the pieces and waiting for somebody to fuck up. They are there. There's always a vulture. There's
Yeah,
always a
I
fucking
can
vulture.
believe it. I can
Always.
believe it.
So that's why you got to be careful with who you give your information to and who you allow to see you because there's
Hmm.
always a fucking vulture that's really not worth your time. They're just trying to pick up pieces and then fuck them back together. That's the honest truth. But anyway,
Mm.
so like I was saying,
That's the final thought for your ass right there. Okay,
for real, if
we
you're
got to
gonna
hurry
be
up
with
because Jerry gonna pee
somebody,
on himself.
yeah, be with somebody. Like be dedicated to them. Be
Yeah.
dedicated to them and be real with them. But if you can't be real with them, look, the only way that you can be real with anybody else is if you're real with yourself. It has
First and foremost.
to go
Yeah.
first. And if you're going to lie to yourself, you're gonna lie to everybody else that comes in contact with you. Don't be that person. If
Hmm.
you know that you're at a point in your life to where you ain't worth shit, tell people that you ain't worth shit right now. I'm serious.
Ain't nobody that honest. Ain't nobody gonna be that honest with themselves.
I
But
was. When I was hoeing, I was telling chicks like, "Hey, I ain't worth shit right now. I'm a hoe. You ain't finna get a relationship out of me." Anyway, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. We got to end this. so so
somebody
with
gonna
that
get
being
Constance out of timeout because she clowning.
damn
Somebody gonna get
battle,
her out of timeout right now. Somebody go get her.
damn battle. Don't be that. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. So, in the wise words of Russell Simmons, thank y'all for watching. God bless and
Good
Good
night.
night, good people.